Right now, 24 cities and 1 county are suing California over cannabis deliveries. Those cities include Beverly Hills, Palmdale, Downey, and Temecula. The lawsuit accuses the California Bureau of Cannabis Control of violating Proposition 64, which allows for recreational use of marijuana. Our Lydia Pentazas joins us here in studio and picks up the story from here. Hey, Lydia.
Good morning. Not only did Prop 64 legalize the recreational use of marijuana, but more importantly, it gave cities the ability to regulate or ban cannabis sales within their cities or counties. The plaintiffs in this case say they are not being allowed to do that when companies from other areas come in and deliver product. Ruben Luna is showing me some of the inventory he delivers to patients in the Santa Clarita Valley. He's a driver for Pineapple Express, a cannabis delivery service. He's been a driver for the company for 2 months. Each day, he starts his drive at the company hub in Palm Springs.
Like, I've delivered to a couple patients myself where they say that they're just not a fan of going to a dispensary.
But there's also the convenience. Since there are no dispensaries within Santa Clarita, people who live here would have to drive to a city where it is legal to sell product.
But they also do suffer from like chronic diseases where they either can't sleep at night, have very severe pains through the day, you know, just a variety of things that they would prefer to just get it at the comfort of their own home.
The California Bureau of Cannabis Control allows licensed companies to deliver cannabis in cities that have banned dispensaries, like Santa Clarita. But that could change. Currently, there are 24 cities and 1 county suing the California Bureau of Cannabis Control. The cities, which include Downey and Palmdale, argue that allowing home deliveries within their city limits violates Proposition 64 that not only legalizes recreational marijuana, but also allows local governments to regulate marijuana-related activities. The assistant city attorney for the city of Palmdale issued this statement about joining the lawsuit. He said, quote, "Ultimately, we're trying to protect the city's authority to regulate cannabis, which is what the voters approved through Prop 64. Currently, Santa Clarita, where Pineapple Express delivers, does not allow cannabis dispensaries.
They didn't choose to join it, but if it goes through, they will be able to ban deliveries. Any city in the state will have access to that decision.
Josh Eisenberg is the owner of Pineapple Express. His company just started delivering to Santa Clarita in April 2019, and he's hoping to expand to other cities where there are no cannabis dispensaries. As for Ruben,
I want to grow with the company. I want to grow with the industry.
He's hoping this is just the beginning of his career in cannabis. There's also the question of regulations. If at the end of the lawsuit, cannabis companies are allowed to deliver in those areas that do not allow dispensaries. We talked to Sonia Luna, CEO of Aviva Spectrum. She's an accountant who makes sure her clients are compliant when it comes to taxes and other regulations. Here's what she had to say.
One of the pinnacle issues right now facing cannabis is the fact that certain jurisdictions actually voted not to have any retail shops whatsoever, and they also excluded all delivery. What the Bureau of Cannabis Control wants to do is allow patients to get their medicine in those jurisdictions by offering statewide delivery. So the biggest issue right now facing the cannabis industry is how to balance to get patients their medicine, even though at a local jurisdiction level, they did not want retail sales of cannabis. So how do you balance that? So right now, the Bureau of Cannabis Control is using a reg under their purview of power to allow statewide delivery.
Yeah, but the state basically can trump the cities, right?
That's right. I mean, so what's the consequence?
There is no consequence right now because of that regulation from the state. Now, in Santa Clarita, it was illegal to deliver cannabis, but because the state passed that regulation in January, now it's not, which is why we have the lawsuit.
Which makes you wonder, why don't they just open a brick and mortar so that Santa Clarita can keep the tax dollars,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
See, this is all going to come down to that.
Yeah.
You know, the tax benefit.
The taxes are important.
The almighty dollar. The other green.
The other green.
Thanks, Lydia.
It's right. Thank you, Lydia.
California cannabis tax rules are 50 pages with over 20 tax implications. Email us today at info@avivaspectrum.com to receive a complimentary cannabis tax diagnostic